made this one. You know, I'm liking this this view on full screen, so I don't have to worry about putting my head in a little box anymore. So I can see, and you guys can watch me a lot easier. Um, I've already got my ingredients, laid out. I just don't have them measured out yet, except the coconut oil. This has coconut oil in it. It has turmeric. It has vegetable oil, which I'm using avocado oil. It has pinch of salt, and that's about all it has. So and I have to put it in the refrigerator for about 10 to 15 minutes, and I'll talk to you while it's in there. And then I take my mixer and I beat it up, and then I put it in a container and for about 8 hours. And this is supposed to be keeps for about 8 weeks in the refrigerator. Um, it's gonna be an awesome butter, I believe. If you're worried about the butters that you buy in the store, try to make your own, because you find that making your own is going to be a lot better in the long run, because you got control of the ingredients and you know exactly what's in it. You just take a gander at what you've got, what the ingredients you put in there, and you go ahead and you know that it's safe. It's very, very safe. And I'm going to stand this up so I don't it doesn't fall over. And as soon as people get in here, I'll show you a little bit about what I'm doing. I know there's probably people coming in. It just takes a little while. And I thank everybody for taking the time to come in here. Um, Even though this is a vegan cooking class, I guess you could call it that. A lot of people don't care for vegan food, but you know, as long as it's something that has good content, I think people will come, and people might want to know how to make vegan butter. You know, so I think this is a good opportunity for people to learn how to make things different than what they're used to, because I know myself, when I started making things like this, I thought, oh my goodness, I can make things a little differently now than I used to. I don't like making the same things over and over again, but this is totally different. So I know this will be okay. I it'll last 8 weeks in the refrigerator. Toast or what have you with peanut butter, or just maybe buttered toast by itself. You can put that on there and have a good breakfast out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and start mixing this up. Maybe people will come in. I don't see anybody yet. Or maybe I'll just keep on talking. Maybe people will come in. Sometimes it takes a little while to get people in here. I don't like the notification thing too well, because the notifications are not really loud enough for people to hear them. They don't see them, and they don't know uh, when to come in, who's really on. And I don't always pay attention to the notifications either. And sometimes I miss a lot of broadcasts I was planning on going in, because I thought, I'm doing something else and it really wasn't that loud. And I looked at it and realized afterwards, after an hour later, well, I should have gone in there and watched it. Well, I can always watch the replay. And that's what people can do with this too. They can watch the replay. And there you go. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this started. I put in my coconut oil. I melted it first. Now I'm going to put in 1/2 cup of sunflower oil or vegetable oil. Well, I've got avocado oil, so I'm going to use that. Put that in here. Then I'm going to put in 1/4 cup of plant-based milk. And I've got some almond milk here. No vanilla or anything. It's just straight. Put that in here. And then I'm going to put in a pinch of salt and a pinch of turmeric. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. I wonder if anybody's going to come in here. Beginning to wonder. I thought I was going to be preaching to myself. Don't really want to do that. I'm going to try to get some salt on it if I can. I don't need very much. You just need a pinch of salt, and I don't want to get very much on here. That should be good. You don't want to put too much. Hi. Thank you. Same to you. Good to see you, Natasha. This is awesome. I love this. I love this it's updated. If you haven't got the update yet, go get it. It's an awesome update. Now I'm going to put a pinch of turmeric in here. What it does, it's just a little bit more. It gives you a little bit of color. That's what turmeric is for. It's not for taste, it's for color. And I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands afterwards, because that makes my hands all full of orange. And then I got to whisk that. Okay. Now I'll get my whisk out. And I'm going to go ahead and whisk this. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'll put this down just a little bit if you can't see what I'm doing. Put it down just a little bit. Oh, you have? Well, I guess that's the good time is now, Natasha. Now, after I make this, it has to sit in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes. So it gets a little hard, and then I mix it with my beater. So I'll be standing here talking to you while it's in the refrigerator. I'm gonna go ahead and whisk this and get this all together, and then I'll stick it in the refrigerator. Well, hi, good to see you, Erlene. Gosh, I haven't been talking to you. I thought maybe you were upset with me or something. I've been missing you. So I hope your MRI went okay. I've really been missing you. No, you don't use a blender on this one, Erlene. No, I just use my mixer. You can use your hand mixer if you got one, or your KitchenAid. Now you've got a KitchenAid or a stand mixer. They said you can use either one. I don't have a stand mixer, so I have to use my regular mixer. So this ought to be pretty good. I've whisked it for as enough as I can do now. I'm gonna stick this in the refrigerator for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'll have Alexa time it for me, and then we'll stand here and talk. And then after it comes out, after about 10, I'll put it in for 10. It says 10 to 15. Then I'll mix it with my mixer. Alexa, set the timer for 10 minutes. Okay, there we go. Well, how is everybody doing today? What's your weather like today? We're pretty nice. We're on the cool side this morning when I walked. For those of you that were not in my broadcast this morning, go back and watch the replay. I do apologize for cutting out. It was 13 seconds. 13 seconds left and it cut out. You know, I don't know what happened. I was telling everybody goodbye and it cut out before that 13, but that's okay. Most of it was on there, and I'm loving this. I'm really loving this. Awesome. Oh, you're 32 degrees. You got snow. You got snow, Arlene. I bet you do. I know you've had a lot of snow. I'd hate to be in New York and the East Coast. Oh my goodness. I guess they are just bombarded with snow. It's terrible. So much snow. They're gonna be shoveling out for a while. I'm just glad we don't have any snow. But it is what it is. You can't do anything about it. This wintertime, you're gonna get snow. I can't help it. Oh, you're expecting, oh man. Oh man. Wow. Wow. You're expecting snow. My daughter's going to get cold come next week. They're going to get down to almost below zero again. So it's going to get cold for her. We haven't been that cold. We've been on the chilly side in the mornings, but not half bad. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. I've got my butter in the refrigerator, trying to set up for a little bit so I can use my mixer to mix it. And then I put it into a container this you can I guess it melts. You can bake with it. I think let me think for sure. Because I use refined coconut oil. You go do this, you got to use refined coconut oil. It doesn't really say. Oh, it says you can freeze it. It stays in the refrigerator for 8 weeks, or 2 weeks, excuse me, and you can freeze it for about 3 months. And you have refined coconut oil, of course. Some people don't want to use the refined. They can use the unrefined, and they're going to have the coconut flavor. So it's okay. But I'm hoping that people will start to make this, because this is an awesome recipe. It's very simple to make. I'm gonna put this back up now. Where can you find the HAPS update? What kind of phone do you have, Natasha? Do you have an iPhone or do you have an Android? Because it was updated in the iOS App Store last night. You should go in there, and if you don't automatically have it set up to update, mine for some reason on HAPS, it doesn't automatically update like it does everything else. So I go into I'm going into the App Store, and I've typed out what I'm looking for. and then I bring it up, and then I'll long press on it to bring up whether I open it or update it. Mine updated both of my iPad and my phone last night. So they came out last night. So just go look for it there. It should be there because it was rolled out yesterday for everybody. You're gonna like it. It's awesome because we're full screen now. My broadcast this morning. I had somebody come up this morning, Michelle. Her and I are gonna do a broadcast together on Saturday night. So that's gonna be fun, crochet and whatever. But oh, you got an Android? I'm not sure when it's coming out for Android. I don't think it's come out yet. Android is a little behind the times. iOS always seems to get it first. I think it's coming in Android, so you're going to have to deal with what you've got right now. I'm sorry to say. I used to have an Android, but I got rid of it for iOS. I'll never have Android again. Now, I know you probably like Android over iOS, and that's fine. It just didn't work for me. iOS is what I like, so I've had iPhones now for several years. But just keep watching Peter and Pablo on their Q&As. They're not having Q&A today. It's on a roundtable of those broadcasters that get notoriety this week. Well, I'm not going to watch that. I'll be in here because I know I'm not one of them anyway. But just keep your eye out. And you can always ask Pablo and Peter. You can always email them or whatever. Oh, there's Missy. Wow. I thought she had subscribed to me, but she didn't. So, hi, good to see you. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. I got my butter in the refrigerator trying to set up for about 10 minutes so I can use my beater to kind of whip it up and then put it in a container. I hope I got a big enough container. It might be too small. I have to go run and get another one. But it's going to be an awesome vegan recipe. And I can tell you what I put in it. I put in 1 cup of refined coconut oil, melt it and let it cool down a little bit. A half a cup of sunflower or vegetable oil. I didn't have sunflower oil, so I used avocado oil. I like that over your EVOO because that can be a little strong at times. So I used avocado oil, which I need to get some more of that. It's almost gone. 1/4 cup of non-dairy milk, which I use the almond milk with no vanilla or anything in it. And let's see, a pinch of salt and a pinch of turmeric. Turmeric is what gives it its color. So that's basically all the recipe is. I put it whisked it up, put it in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes to get it set up a little bit. And then I'll use my mixer here and I will mix it up and then put it in my container. And it should be good to go. And it keeps in the refrigerator for 2 weeks. If you want to freeze it, it lasts 3 months. That's what they're saying in the directions. It lasts 3 months. So that's a pretty good recipe. I've made vegan butter before, but the vegan butter I've made before, you use a blender. When I saw it on Pinterest, I thought, well, this is simple enough. You don't have to get your blender out and mix it. Because I know Erlene and I both made the vegan butter that we put in the Vitamix. Don't have to do that with this. Just get your beater out after it's been in the refrigerator. Boy, it keeps flashing. Get your beater out and just mix it for 2 minutes. and then you're good to go. Put it in your container and it lasts for 2 weeks. Hi, Missy. Oh my goodness. Good to see you, Missy. Yeah, I've got this streaming through Periscope, Twitter, and YouTube. So it's on all 3 places. So you get your notice on Periscope, your HAPS should come up after that. So this is an awesome recipe. I'm glad you're finally in HAPS, Missy, because I don't know, Periscope isn't as good anymore. I don't even go in there to broadcast. I come strictly on here. I gave it up because they're not taking care of the people the way they should. You get problems in there and it's almost dead. They can't really help you. I've got to figure out how to get my Super Hearts cashed out. They told me to cash them out. Well, I haven't emailed them yet. I've had other things to do, so I've kind of let it go. I won't get that much. So it's probably not even worth my time to even bother with it. 69,000 some odd Super Hearts, I'll get very little out of that. So I may just let it go and not even worry about it. I mean, when I got my 185 or 189,000, whatever it was, I was getting only a little more than $100. That's all I got. We'll see it. Just a little more than $100, not more, not much more. So it's not really worth it, you know. But what I like about HAPS is, yeah, get paid to broadcast. You can't go wrong there. I mean, they give you awards and what have you, and you get paid to broadcast. I think that's awesome. It really, really is. I don't know what my awards are now. I think I'm over close to $10 or getting over. I can't see my awards up here right now. I didn't I didn't get let go of them, but they're just not showing up on the screen now. Maybe they fixed it that way, so they don't come up on screen, and I'll just have to watch the replay and see, because I know it's not up on my screen. If anybody can see it, tell me what's going on. But I know I had $8 and something. I think I have about $1.25 left to get my $10 and then move into the next level. So that's a good thing. But I'm going to keep going as much as I can. If I get awards, fine. If I don't, I'm not even going to worry about it, because, you know, if people like the content, they'll give out the awards. If they don't like the content, they won't give anything. So that's the way I look at it. You know, I'm here to show people how I eat and how I cook. And if other people don't really care for it, they're not going to come in and watch it anyway. So I just don't let it bother me. You know, I really am enjoying HAPS though. I was brought into here by Sugar Drop, because I was doing a Periscope one day, and she asked me if I've heard of HAPS, and I said, no, I've never heard of HAPS. So she came in there just specifically to talk to me about HAPS. And I come in here right away and I signed up, and of course it's still in beta yet, so we do have some problems now and again. It's glitchy, but I don't let that bother me, because I'm still going to continue anyway, because now that we got this new update for the iPhone, and Missy, if you have an iPhone and you haven't put the update on your phone yet, do it. It came out yesterday. It's an awesome update, because you're not looking at that small little screen. You have to keep your face in. You're full screen now, like you are in Periscope. You know, the comments are coming over the top of me, but that's okay. They're white comments. This morning they were black, so they're covering up they will eventually cover up my face, but that's okay. I did it on my iPad this morning. So it takes some time to figure everything out and to learn it all. You know, and I have tried broadcasting through the broadcast studio on the laptop. Boy, that can be a challenge, because you have to be able to keep your mouse moving all the time, because if you don't keep it moving, you're going to get timed out. And then when you get timed out, your broadcast is over, and you didn't anywhere near want to get it over with. So I really don't care for the broadcast studio all that much. So I'm going to try to do it on here or my iPad with the HAPS app. So if you didn't see my broadcast from this morning, I was on very early this morning. Go in there and watch that broadcast. I've got quite a few replays on that already, and watch that broadcast. It's all but 13 seconds. Out of 13 seconds, it cut off before it was over, but that's okay. I'm just going to save it anyway. But it lets you see when you invite somebody else in what it looks like when you invite somebody else in your broadcast. It was really, really nice. I got to talk to somebody, and I like that I can invite people up in my room to talk, and that's where you get more people. You get more people when you invite people in here. Usually for cooking broadcasts, you don't. But if anybody wants to come up and they want to talk to me up on the, let me know, and I will invite you. All I have to do is tap on your comment, and then you'll come up in a little bit. Not right away, but I can either invite you that way, or I can type your name in. That's a hassle, because I did it on Broadcast Studio. I was trying to type Pablo's name the other day, and I ended up typing the wrong name. I got his first name, but his last name I had wrong, so it wouldn't bring anything up. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, he's waiting to come in. So I finally figured out how to do it, and I got it in there. But there's no way on the computer that you can tap on the comments and do it that way. Not on the studio. Here you can. So if you guys use the Broadcast Studio and you like it, good for you. But I just don't care for it that well. I've tried to do the Broadcast Studio on my iPad or my iPhone for some unknown reason. I do not know. There's a conflict with my camera and my microphone, and I can't enable them for some reason. There's a conflict because they only use Google Chrome. And I've downloaded Google Chrome for my iPad and my iPhone. I upload it. I bring the page up, the web page up with Google Chrome, but yet it says it's not supported. So it's not detecting it for some reason. So I figured, well, I'll just either go into the Broadcast Studio on my laptop and do it there, or I'll come in here and I'll do it on the app, and I think everything will be okay. You know, I can do it on this app and get along just fine. Now that they've got this update, it's awesome. Let me find out. Alexa, how much more time? How much time left on the timer, Alexa? Oh, okay, there it goes. Alexa, stop the timer. I don't know why one in my bedroom came up. So okay, I'm gonna get that out of the refrigerator now. Okay, get this out of here. All right. Oh, there, I can see what they're talking about. See, it did get a little harder there. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead, and I have to do this for about 2 minutes, they said. So I'm going to go ahead, and you got to make it nice and fluffy. Hi, Tony. Good to see you. Welcome. I got to do this about 2 minutes. I haven't got timer set, so I have to kind of wing it, figure out exactly how much longer it's going to be. If you can see, it's a little yellow color. I didn't put a lot of turmeric in, just a pinch of turmeric. I probably got it more than 2 minutes or so, but I'm just going to go a little bit longer, and then I'll put it in my container. Yeah, it's whipping up nice. My dogs are outside barking at squirrels or something again. Down there, so put it on that so it catches on that. Okay, now I'm going to put this in my container. I'll let you see what I'm putting up. Put this down a little bit so you can see. I hope this will be a big enough container. Let me get another spoon. Oh yeah, look how that is. That's awesome. Well, yeah, I think this container will be fine. I got some glass containers for my daughter-in-law for Christmas. I asked for them. I found them on Amazon, and I sent the link to her, and she got me just what I asked for because I love glass containers. I don't want to use anything else but glass containers. A little bit of coconut oil. They didn't seem to quite get mixed there. That's all there is to this. You don't use no mixer or no blender. Wow, this is going to just be enough. That container is just big enough to I'm going to smooth the top out too. Let me get a spatula. That's too big. Let me find a small spatula. All my other ones are. Oh, that's the itty bitty one. I gotta find my other. Oh, there it is. I like this, and I use the most. So you get everything off of here pretty much. You don't leave anything behind. And this is all there is to it. And leave it set for about 8 hours, it said, in the refrigerator. Because it'll be set up by tomorrow morning. Definitely be set up, and then I'll be able to have it for breakfast. Try some of that. It does taste like butter. Whoa, I smoothed the top out, but I smoothed it just a little too much. There we go. That's easy enough to do. Smooth it just a little. So there you go. There's the butter. Doesn't that look awesome? Wow. Very easy to do. Not hard at all. It's one that I'm going to probably make again because it doesn't take any work at all. Don't have to dirty up your Vitamix or anything like that. You just, put it in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes or so. And then after it's set up for about 10 minutes, then 10 to 15 minutes, then you whip it for about 2 minutes with your beater. And then there you got it. See, now set it up in the refrigerator for 8 hours. What am I making? Vegan butter. That's what I'm making is vegan butter. Oh, hi, Kydrick. Good to see you. Yeah, I don't have one, Kydrick, and I didn't think about that, getting a butter dish. Well, this will work. I got this container for Christmas, so it'll work. It'll have to until I get a regular butter dish. You're right, get a butter dish. But this is a vegan butter. There's only just a few ingredients in it. You got your coconut oil, and I've got some avocado oil. You said sunflower oil or vegetable oil. I didn't have sunflower, so I thought, well, I'll use avocado. It'll be a little bit better than olive oil. EVOO can be a little strong, unless you use light olive oil maybe. And see, a pinch of salt, or non-dairy milk, a pinch of salt, and a pinch of turmeric, and that's all it takes. So ingredients. Hi, Tony. I'm just giving you the ingredients right now. I'm gonna put this up on my vegan Facebook page if anybody wants it. It's a cup. I put in a cup of melted coconut oil. It has to be melted, and it's refined coconut oil. Unless you want that coconut taste, then you can use the unrefined. And they said do not use extra virgin because that you won't set up at all with that. So I make a refined coconut oil. Mine, I think, is cold pressed or something like that. Half a cup of your sunflower or vegetable oil, and a quarter cup of your plant-based milk. I used almond milk with no vanilla or anything in it, just plain. And then a pinch of salt and a pinch of turmeric. That's all it takes to make this. Not very much. And see, look how it come out. Didn't that come out awesome? Come out really, really good. Very simple to make. One that I highly recommend. One I'll probably make again, because you face it. A lot of the butters that you get in the store, they've got a lot of chemicals in them. The stuff that you really don't want. You've got to be careful. So I try to make my own whenever possible. Then I know what's in it. Coconut oil is a real good oil. It really is. And coconut, the reason I use coconut oil is because we know that coconut oil will set up. If you use any kind of other kind of oil, it won't set up. So this will set up in the refrigerator. You'll still be able to get it out, slice it or what have you. Still be able to get it off. But it's not going to be real soft, probably like your margarine is because of the coconut oil. But I don't care. As long as it sets up enough that it's not running all over the place, But it's very, very simple to make. And I'm glad I found this recipe. I found it on Pinterest. I think it was this morning. I believe it was. And I saved it and I thought, well, I might as well make this today. I already did a broadcast earlier this morning where I talked about the HAPS app. And that being said, for those of you in here that have an iPhone, iPhone only right now. Android will be coming out a little bit later, but if you have an iPhone, the iOS App Store came out with a new update yesterday. This is an awesome update because I can see myself full screen. I don't have that tiny little box to keep my face in anymore. It's got the live and the show live, and also the invite button is clear up at the top at the left. It doesn't interfere with the comments. And at the bottom is the microphone and how to turn the camera around, and of course where the awards go. So it's really been changed quite a bit. It's an awesome app and it's an awesome update. I mean, we've been waiting for this update for a long time because we knew that they were planning on changing it. We didn't know how they were going to change it, but boy, they did a good job. So if you go into the App Store, leave a good comment in the App Store, a positive remark, because that'll help them in the long run too. And like I have to do that yet too. I got to go in there and give them a positive remark. I think it's a 4.2 rating right now or something. It might even get higher than that, but leave a good positive rating. That helps them in the long run, and they'll appreciate it, because we know that the HAPS team is going through a lot to try to fix these glitches in here. And we got to show them that we're appreciative of everything that they do for us. I know I am appreciative of everything that they do. Appreciation. Give them a good feedback on the App Store, and use the app. I know people that just came in here may use the broadcast studio. I've used it once, and Pablo was in there trying to help me because I invited him. He was trying to help me, and then I got timed out because I didn't realize I had to keep moving my mouse. I don't like it for that reason. Maybe they'll change that part of it. I don't know. But for right now, I'm just going to use the app on my phone or the iPad and broadcast that way, because it's a lot better app now. It's not as glitchy. I've seen my connection go up and down, but I think that's just the fact that I've got not a real good connection right here. If I had to be back where the router was at, I'd have a real good connection. I'm not that far from the router, but Steve, the further away you get, the harder it is to get a real good connection. But I'm going to keep going anyway, because and I want already challenge. I already met that challenge the other night. I got 452 people on the challenge, so that's been done. So whatever I get in here is extra. And what I had this morning, I had over 300 this morning. So could anybody tell me what the count is? I know, Tony, you're good at that. What's the count right now? And don't count the don't count the reactions. Just count the ones by the eye, because the other ones don't count because they're just reactions anyway. Oh, hi, good to see you. Welcome. Good to see everybody. Because I don't see the count here on. They were gonna start and we don't even know the people that, we can't even see the people that come in here anymore either. You missed them. Hi, good to see you, Aiden. Whole thing. Look at my Aiden replay. I did watch you, and I couldn't watch the whole. I can always go back and watch it later, but it was interesting to watch you have her on the screen. So if anybody wants to come up on screen, let me know and I'll invite you, because I have the best time inviting people up here and chatting for a little bit. That's how you get to know each other, because you're just another name behind the screen. You see me, all I see is your little icon and you're posting things. I know you're there, but to actually talk to you, I can't talk to you unless somebody comes up on screen and wants to come up and talk. I did a broadcast this morning about the new update, and I had 300 and something in there. And I've had quite a few replays. I think I've had 300 or 400 replays already on it. So it's been marvelous. And I had Michelle Alexander in there this morning. She does crochet and stuff, and she had her on screen. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. That's where you get more people in anyway, when you have people on the screen. They come in and they talk to you. You talk to them, and I get to see where she lived. You got to see the outside. She was freezing, but so if anybody wants to come in, just let me know, so I could just push on your comments and invite you that way. Because I would like to get somebody in here to talk and see how if you can see how it all works. Because if you haven't used the app yet, or you haven't got the update, go get it. It's in the App Store right now. It was there last night. Get the update and see how good this really is now. I am full screen now. I am not in a tiny little box with my face in it. You see me full screen, just like you did on Periscope. The only thing is the comments cover most of me, but that's okay, because the comments, I think, they're going to change. They're still a little small yet, but they're going to change that too. They have to change everything about it. Randy was testing it out last night, and he was going widescreen, but I think like this is better. It's or landscape. It's better portrait up and down with this. But when I do driving, or when I walk my dogs, it'll still be portrait. But if I do a driving broadcast, that'll be trying to do it in landscape. Um, Unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't always work out. Now, I tried one day. I was doing a driving broadcast through Twitter. Unfortunately, there you cannot use landscape. You can't use landscape in Facebook either. So those two places I really don't like to broadcast because you can't use landscape. And landscape is a lot better thing to use, I think. So I wish they would change that. Maybe they will someday, but for right now, they haven't changed it. It's staying the same. But I've got this streaming to Twitter right now and to Periscope. So I may have some of you in here from Periscope. And if I have you in here from Periscope, hi. And I hope that you stop with Periscope and come on over to HAPS. You're going to find HAPS is a lot better. It's a lot friendlier community. And if those broadcasters on Periscope that want to come over to HAPS, you get paid for broadcasting. You get awards, and those awards are worth money. And you start at $10, and then you work your way on up, and you have to have $200 to cash out. So there's any other place that you can really come in here and get paid for broadcasting, which I think is awesome. It really is. So if you decide that you want to leave Periscope, which I have, and come over to HAPS, we're all glad to have you. And just start subscribing to people. When anybody that subscribes to me, I subscribe back to them. That's the only common courtesy thing to do. Of course, you're probably not going to win everybody's broadcast. Some may not interest you, but at least you're there subscribed to them because they may have a broadcast someday that you might want to go into. So you take that in consideration. But I'm so glad to have everybody in here today. I don't know what my count is. Tony, do you have the count that I have in here right now? I know it's not going to be that high because I didn't invite, because nobody came up to talk. So I'll try to do another one later, possibly, if I can. Might do another one later, and I don't know. But it's good to see everybody here and being here for me, and that's really awesome. This keeps flashing, so I'm beginning to wonder if my connection is any good at all. It's up and down right now. So could somebody tell me what the count is? If you can see what the count is, because I can't see. There's no count here on this side. I don't even know how many people are. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. This is my vegan butter. I put the lid on it right now. Got to put it in the refrigerator. I had to put it in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes so it gets a little stiff, that I can mix it with my mixer, and then put it in a container, and then put it in the refrigerator, and it lasts 2 weeks. This has to be set up for about 8 hours, which will be set up plenty of time. I'll set up overnight so I can have the vegan butter to use for my toast in the morning. So this is an awesome recipe. I'm going to take this and I'm going to post it up on my vegan page. I've posted up there before, but I think I'll post this one up there because 173, it could be a little bit better, Tony, but nobody's coming up to talk, so I have to accept whatever it is. To me, a cooking broadcast getting that many is great because I never got that many in Periscope, so I'll take it. I really will take it. I was trying to get people up here to talk, because if you get people up to talk, you get a lot better response. You get more people in. People like that when you have a chat with somebody else. So if anybody wants to come in, please let me know, because that's what I'm here for. I want to chat with you. I want to find out a little bit about you, where you're from, and what your goals are, and how you like HAPS. And just let me know, and I'll push on your. I'll invite you through the comment box. But I guess everybody's a little afraid, and that's understandable. Some people don't like to go in front of the camera, and that's why a lot of people don't broadcast, because they don't like to get in front of the camera. I didn't either when I first started on Periscope. I started about a year after Periscope started, I think, and I would go 4 to 5 minutes at a time, and then I'd get off and stop, and I'd maybe come on the next day 4 or 5 minutes. But I finally built my confidence up enough that I could do at least an hour broadcast or longer, because I know for the HAPS challenge, and I'll bring that up now. If any people don't know about the HAPS challenge, we're having a challenge right now. Of course, if you haven't entered it, you're out of luck right now. But I will mention it anyway for those that may have entered it, that you got to have 250 live viewers for one broadcast per week, and it goes for 8 weeks, and we get a total of $50. I've met both of mine last week, and I've met this one this week already. I got it on Monday. So I'm good to go. So anything I get this week is over and above what I've already made for the HAPS challenge. And you put hashtag HAPS challenge in your title. And so you get credit for it. So as long as you have 250 live viewers. Now, when they first started it, they were told us we had to have 500, but people said that was a little too much. So they lowered it to 250, which is a lot easier for people to get now. And people are getting it all the times. It's easier for me now with 250, but when I have the HAPS challenge, that's when I take the time to come in here and invite people so I can get my challenge, because you can't get it this way unless you bring people in, because I don't know, people get bored or something, but if you have somebody to talk to, they'll listen, and they'll be happy to come in. It is, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I try. I really, really do try. You know, but I try. Uh, I try to do the best I can. But when it comes to the HAPS challenge, at first I was not going to even participate, and I thought, no, I don't know if I'll meet that 500. So I started. I went into a Q&A, and that's when Pablo and Peter said they had changed it, put down from 500 to 250. And then I thought, I'm going to enter it now, because I know with 250 I can make that. And the first week I had 677 in broadcast, and the other Monday I got 452. So it's very, very easy to get it, as long as you have good content, you talk to people, you chat, and they chat back with you. Now, that being said, I don't know if any of you know, but if you do a chat with somebody in your broadcast, you can only have one at a time. So whoever you invite and they come up and talk, that's all you can have. And once they leave, if you want to remove them, they're leaving or something, you remove them, then you can invite somebody else. Because if you invite more than one person, the second person can come in, but you won't see them. You'll only hear them. That's the way they've got it set up right now. Maybe in the future they'll set it up for a little bit more, but frankly, I can only handle one at a time. I'm not like Randy. Randy goes on the broadcast studio and he has a total of 6 or 7 people in there. That gets total confusing. I mean, it's fun to watch. It's fun to be a participant, which I have been, but I don't think I want that many in there at a time. That's just a little too much. So if I can just have one, I'm satisfied. That's all I can handle. Michelle this morning, Michelle Alexander, she said the same thing. That's all she can handle. So we plan on Saturday night having a crochet and tea, she calls it. She already sent the notifications out. So we planned on it after Sabbath on Saturday, having a thing where we're going to crochet together. I don't know how it's going to work. Don't ask me, but she's going to invite me up there and we're going to crochet together. So it ought to be an interesting broadcast, and I'm looking forward to it. I've never done anything like that with anybody else, but you know something? I can learn from her and she can learn from me, because she'll show me how she broadcasts with more than, one device, but she's got, tripod and stuff. I've got tripod too. I'm sitting this on a tripod right now. It's a small one that goes on the stove that I ordered a long time ago from a man that used to be on Periscope, but he went out of business, so he's no longer in business. I'm glad I got this before he went out of business. So I just use it specifically for my cooking broadcasts, and I got another tripod that I use that sits on the floor that I use for any other broadcast. So I've actually got 2 of them. So it works either way. So anyway, if nobody wants to come up, I think I'm going to close this broadcast up. So I can go into Peter and Pablo's. I know they're going to have a roundtable one again today. That's probably why I haven't got anybody in here, because of the roundtable thing. But anyway, I hope you all have a great and marvelous day. And until we meet again, take care, God bless, and bye-bye.